Hey, I'm Scotty, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to sketch these three figures with a really loose and free sketching style. I'll be sharing the steps for each one and some really important tips. We'll work towards the final reference here, which is a little bit more challenging, and I'll show you how to approach this sketch. But firstly, I really wanted to stress how small I'm sketching here. So this is an A6 sketchbook, and I'm going to be sketching the size of the head the same width as my finger. And we know that a figure is about 8 heads high. So I'll put my finger about here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the figure should just fit in. Okay, so first step is to start at the head, and I'm just going to make a really loose outline of the back of the head. See, there's a bit of angle there. Then the chin will come down to the chin. So that's the general silhouette of the head. So we're going to make our way down. So the next shape I'm focusing on is the torso. So that's the neck there, and then we go across the shoulder, and it's about a head width across these shoulders. And go down the side of the shirt here. I'll show you in a minute how we can check if this is right. There's a slight curve to the body there. Now it's important at this point to measure the torso just quickly. So from the shoulders down to the crotch, which is where the legs join onto the torso, it should be 3 heads. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put a little dot there. Okay, so now we've got the torso shape. Let's go down to the legs. We're going to follow this silhouette. I'm exaggerating some of the angles and making sure my line work is really loose. That leg angles in and this leg is straight. Now we can check the leg length. So from the crotch to the ankles, the top of the ankles, is another 3 heads. 1, 2, 3. So that's about right. About the end of the pants is angled up there. So now we have the torso and the legs. This foot here is angling in slightly because he's walking to keep balance. We just add a silhouette like that. It just takes a bit of practice to get those shapes right. It's a very loose shape of the foot. I'm just sketching from observation here. It's a very loose shape, very quick. Okay, now so let's do the arms. So a little trick with the arms is you can go from the shoulder, 1 head and a half. That is the elbow, 1 head and a half. So his wrist should go down to about equal where the crotch is. There we go. And then the other arm, go 1 head and a half. It's about here. The wrist should be about there. I'm going to bring it in a bit. Okay, so see the nice curve on the outside of his arm just before the elbow goes in, and then around that elbow joint down to the wrist, and it comes out again. So now we get to the wrist here, and we can focus on the hand. Make sure you get that shape, that triangle shape, and then the fingers. So I'm just getting the silhouette of the hand. Now we've finished most of the main shapes, I'll be going on to the head. I can see that line there is about halfway. And to find the ear, I'm going to find that center point on the side of the head, and then in the bottom left hand corner, let's put the ear. The outline of the hair. Now I can see this space here is where all the details for the face go. So the way we do that is that we can draw the eyebrows first, equal with the top of the ear. Just got a simple line for the brow there, and then between the brow and the chin we're putting the nose, the bottom of the nose, and see there's quite a nice shadow under that nose, so we're just trying to create that shadow. And now we can outline the nose. So let's go and do the eyes now. If you find about halfway between the brow and the nose and go up a tiny bit, that could be the corner of the eye, and we'll just draw a line across there. Now I'm drawing the split between the lips and a little dark spot under there for the bottom of the lip, and we can add the facial hair, and we'll also do that on the back. Okay, now we can add a little bit more detail to the clothing, some wrinkles to help describe the form. Okay, and then a bit of detail on the hat. So that's our first figure done. Let's move on to the next one. So again, we'll start with the head, trying to get those angles of the silhouette of this main shape right there. So there you go, that's the head there, silhouette. Now I'll go into the torso. So see, it's coming away here, and that's just a guess, and that's what makes these sketches more interesting, is having a bit of a guess, a bit of imperfection. Here I'd say 1, 2, 3. So that's probably the crotch in there. And then the shorts from the crotch to the knee is 1.5 heads, so 1.5, so it's about there. So just outlining those shapes and a nice curve back of that leg, and the shoes. So now from here, the elbow would be here, 1.5, and so I'll go down each side of this shape and the hand, and just the shape. We've got the ear in that back corner from the middle of the head, and that back corner there. Now we have that general shape of the face. We have to split it up into the right proportions. You can divide it up with the brow line. Okay, bottom of the nose there. Now we can go into the glasses. So we'll start at the middle, and there's a little arch over the nose there, and it comes down just not to the bottom of the nose but a bit further up, and we'll draw a line for that side and then mirror it on the other side. Okay, so added a bit more shading on the right hand side of the glasses there. So between the chin and the bottom of the nose, the split is in the middle but just up slightly. Now I can go through and add a few more energetic lines for all the wrinkles. So now we're onto our final sketch, which is a bit more challenging, but I'll show you how to do that. So now we start at the top again, down. We're just looking at that silhouette of this shape of the head here. So I'm going to silhouette the hair and then draw that shape of the face. And then now let's draw the torso. So shoulders come out to about there. And I think with this one I'll include the arm in this torso shape. I'm not worried where the hand goes over there. Okay, so that's about that white t-shirt underneath. So I'm going on either side, with this sketch I'm going on either side to get those shapes. So there's a shape here, and making my way down this torso to the crotch. So if we go down from the shoulder, 1, 2, 3, the crotch is about there. So now we've got that basic proportion right from there. So it's 3 heads from the shoulder to the crotch, but then we can just double that if we want to skip down to here. That will save us a bit of time. So I've just got those shapes. I haven't worried about the jacket here or too much other detail. It's got that torso shape. And now let's go back. So we can see here there's a little kink there for the knee. So now the top of the ankle is about there. I'll just get the outline first and see if it looks right. So this nice dramatic angle of the foot. So what I'm trying to do here is break down the silhouette into those shapes, so I don't get lost if I'm just trying to quickly go around the whole outline. Now I'm going to add on the ankles and the shoes. So I've got those shapes in position now. I can go up to the rest of the body. So let's go up to this arm here, come a bit further down there. The arm comes across, and then the hand. Okay, then the shape behind it. The wrist should be just a bit above the crotch. Now we can go in and do a bit more detail because we can see where they fit within those shapes, those larger shapes. And this is where you can get your sketch looking a lot more expressive, because you know these lines can be quicker. So if you have to draw the other lines a bit slower, and then you can wait till this point to really exaggerate some of those fast lines. Okay, so up to the face, she's looking slightly down. Now we can put in the brow on those top lines of the bottom of the nose, just under the nose, and draw the top lip. The eyelashes are in a circle. So the main idea here is to start at the top with the head, so then you can use that to measure out the rest of the body, and creating silhouettes for the torso and the legs, and then you work your way back into the details. So now I'm going to add a really nice light wash to these figures to bring them to life a little bit, keeping the wash really light so that the line work stands out. Just like with the line work, how we blocked in main shapes, the head, the torso, the legs. With the wash, we're going to focus on just blocking in the main colors, the main shapes, and then adding in a bit of detail with a bit of shadow. So first we'll add the skin tone, and then block in the colors for the clothing, and then we could add a bit of blush on the cheeks to bring that face, to make that face stand out a little bit. And now some nice shadows. So if that sketching tutorial helped you out with your figure sketching, please give this video a like. If you want these references, I actually created a mega sketching reference board for my Patreon members. So if you're interested in getting that post, consider joining my Patreon and you can pick that up there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.